All right, so part 3 on how I quit my job and had to call the feds on my manager. This video is really just on why you shouldn't support them. I'm located in the DMV area. This story time is for you. Story time on how I had to quit my job and call the police on my manager because I was getting discriminated against. This is the place in question, Topolino's. It's right off Old Branch Avenue, not too far from Andrews Air Force Base. If you're from the DMV area and grew up around this in PG County, you would know. I'm going to try to keep this in one part, but it's a lot of details that go into it. All right, so I started working at Topolino's right before my birthday, October 5th. So I'm going to say like a week before my birthday. I had another job and the contract had ended, and my friend worked at Topolino's and she was pregnant. She was having an issue with a coworker. She was like, I would really love if you come work with me. And I was like, I've never been a server before. Of course. Little did I know that the person that hired me was going to be my biggest problem. Of course, everything started off smooth. I did my training. I was fine. The only problem is that my school is in Northeast DC, mind you. I told my main GM when I started that I am a cosmetology school and my school is from 9 to 3:30, meaning if my shift starts at 4, and more than likely, I'm not going to arrive there around like 4, but if I'm going to try my hardest, you feel me? So everything starts off cool, and then that's when the main GM, when she's on shift, she starts tripping. And in my head, I've never had no manager speak to me like that ever in my life. Like, so automatically, like, something clicked in my head because, like, who is she talking to? And I looked at my other coworkers and I was like, bruh, that's just how she is. And I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be one of them. Keep in mind, I have 4 female managers. 2 of them do not get paid a manager salary. They kind of like fill in, come in later at night when 2 of the main 2 GMs are tired or whatever. And then I have a male manager who is the owner's son. I had no problems with none of my other managers. Respect go both ways in my mind. If you respect me, I will respect you as my manager, but you're not going to talk to me like that. So let's go into the first incident. The first incident on why they almost tried to fire me. But again, it was not me. It was just her trying to pickle me. One of the coworkers that actually trained me, he ended up finding a way to basically make extra money. Basically, greedy. I'm not gonna say the man's name. I ain't gonna go into the situation too much, but I had something to do with it because of the simple fact that my checkbook was sitting up there and he thought it was his and he put it in his pocket. I come over there for my change, it's not there. They like, oh, he picked it up. So I went over there, I start kirking off. He like, oh, I'm about to take it over there. Fast forward, I get the change back from him in the book. I give it to my customer. My customer leave. They leave me like a $5 tip or whatever. They only got a pizza, so I was cooling. The next day I come in, the main GM, mind you, nobody else said nothing. The main GM go say, oh, don't clock in. Like, what you mean don't clock in? So I sit there. So she talking about something about check. I said, first of all, before you even say nothing, I didn't have nothing to do with that. I did not. I did what I was supposed to do. So you need to go ask one of them. And she was like, okay, so you're saying you had nothing to do. I had nothing to do with it. Again, that was the first strike. How do you think I automatically have something to do with it? And I just started working here. Mind you, it was $100. You really think I ran off on $100? What do you think I am? Come back for the final part because this joint already too long. My part 2 just deleted, so I have to re-record it. So part 2 on how I had to quit my job and call the feds on my manager. So January 16, 2026 is when this incident happened. That day I was running late. I had texted my manager letting her know that I was going to be running late. So I arrived. When I come in, the main GM sees me and she's like, you're late. And I was like, well, I texted the manager. I just ain't text you. So, okay, so usually when we get to work, we have side work to do. That could consist of lemons, dressing, salads, whatever it might be. But since I was late, I didn't have a side work. So she just told me to go sit down and just roll the silverware. Silverware consists of a fork, a knife, a napkin, and you wrap the little green thing that keep it together. So as I'm sitting there rolling the silverware, she comes over. She was like, I have to ask, because I had to ask everybody. Somebody put silverware in a takeout box and put it out the side door in the bushes. So I start dying laughing. Like, y'all need to start doing background checks because, like, this is multiple things have been happening since I've came here with people who have already been working here 10 plus years and you've had to fire them. So, of course, I tell her no. So after that, like, on some, like, I start asking other people, like, did you do it? Did you do it? Like joking, oh, no, I know you did it. You did it. So one of the little pick-me girls come over there and ask me, oh, I thought it was you. And I was like, why would you think it was me? Like, out of everybody right here, why would you think it was me?
And that's exactly why they probably thought it was you. She probably the one who told. That's why. She said she saw you do it. She probably did it. I bet you that's the plot twist to it all. The one who always tells first, if it ain't the person they told on, it's the person who told. Every time. It's like they always just trying to throw you off their scent. Like they just don't want you to know like it was me. So let me just give up somebody who knew, who you don't know. Because if I tell on somebody who's been here for a while, they can be like, nah, that ain't in their character. But with you, they don't know your character yet. But I think it is crazy that, they will assume automatically, like the manager would just automatically assume, like, oh, yeah, you're right, maybe it was her. But he should have did a little bit more due diligence before he, came to you about it, honestly.
If you guys ever had a manager like this at an establishment that just doesn't have any respect and that everybody just gives them a pass because that's how they are, let us know down below because I've dealt with people like this. But I can see if all this shenanigans start happening as soon as you start working there, but you already stated this been happening. So
right.
It just seems like, whoever has been doing this is trying to, it was her, the new girl, has to be. But like, when a manager has a target on your back, just be ready for every day to be some BS.
It's just crazy because why would the manager automatically have a target on a person that he just hired? Like, you hired her. It ain't like somebody hired her and you just met her. It's like, so it just doesn't add up why the manager would just attack her or pick on her without having some type of proof that she's like that.
But sometimes they don't need a reason. Like
not saying she is.
I had a manager that had something out for me, but she was real fake. And I for the longest, I tried to figure out, like, what is it like?
Did she hire you, though?
No, but it was like some animosity. Like, but that's just how she is. And then I found out that she was, but I ended up finding out she was going through a divorce. So it's not really, I'm saying, like, it might not have,
they got to do with
it has nothing to do with me. I'm saying, like, they might be having things going on outside of work, and they bring it into work. So they try to target anybody in their way. Like, if you ever had a boss, if they having a good day, you're having a great day. But if they're having a bad day, your day. You're going to have one for sure.
Right.
She was like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, I'm going to leave it alone. 3 hours later, that same girl comes running up to me saying, oh, they're in the closet saying they're running back the security footage. And they said, it's you. And I was like, it's me. Couldn't have been me. What was I wearing? What? Like, I start turning up. So I automatically walk to the hostess, mind you. At this point, it's like 8 o'clock. I walk to the hostess and I'm like, I'm not taking no more tables. I'm about to go handle my business. So when I come back in here, I can turn up. So I end up going to ask the main GM because at this point, the second manager had already left. The one I was texting this whole time, had this conversation with. I asked her, I said, can I go across the street, put money on my cup? I'll be back. She said, yeah. I come back, I sit there and I roll silverware for the rest of the time. I don't even do my side work because at this point, I'm done. I'm ready to quit this job. I'm about to tell her I'm about to quit. It's over. She comes over to me and is like, oh, I need to have a conversation with you before you leave. And I was like, that's fine. Okay, cool. So I make sure I'm the last person to clock out. This is very crucial to this whole argument. This manager will hold us there till 12 a.m. if she wanted to, about silverware, about some booths, about something not being right. Mind you, we get off at 9, meaning them 2 extra hours we're sitting there and we're not getting paid at all. No other manager does that. Only them, and everybody has complained about it. But you know what?
Yeah, that's illegal. That's 100% illegal. Even if they call, technically I'm like actually been a GM for multiple years, 5+ years. I'm not that anymore, but that's what I was. That's illegal. You can't even call people talking about work technically, but that tends to happen for, like, you can do it with a GM because we technically salary and we work for the market. Like we technically on the market. We never technically off, even though we supposed to be off, but it's in the contracts. It's some BS. That's why the hell I got out of it. But, when it comes to crew members, they always told us, like, you can't call crew members even talking to them about work because if so, they can sue you. So imagine having them stay on the clock for free while you're talking to them. And then you're talking about servers. They're not even making that much money hourly anyway, so why not just keep them clocked in? You're talking about $1 an hour. Like, so, yeah, that's a lawsuit, but I wouldn't take it to human resources because they work for the company. They just going to tell you, give you some free coupons, give you a little hug, probably act like they care, but they don't give a damn. You need to take it to a lawyer, stuff like this, because you should be compensated for that. And they're going to end up paying more than the money you owe them that they owed you hourly. So I'm just giving y'all some game so y'all can know if you're getting treated like this at work, and they making you work for free and they putting your job on the line, that's considered retaliation. And you can actually have a suit against that. You should start documenting that. Write that down, whatever, record it, get proof, all the proof you need about this situation. And yeah, take it. Take it to attorney. I know a lot of us can't afford it, but if you get on places like, it's like, I don't know, LegalZoom, I forgot what they call it, but it's like little subscription services where you can get lawyers on subscription plans. I don't know. Look into it. But it's a such thing. If people who don't have the money up front, they usually do these type of processes. And it works for little ass cases like this for sure.
I would have definitely been side-eyeing my friend that put me on to this job. This is why you have to do your due diligence. If your friend is saying, hey, my job is hiring, ask why. Why are they hiring?
Right.
And then also, how are the people that work there? And why are you so eager for me to get there? You just need a friend? Is nobody there friendly?
Nah, you gotta be careful when they be hiring and you get on right away. Hell, like you ain't even get a couple interviews or interview, just got hired on. You about to have a challenge. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's gonna be a challenging ass job.
And a lot of people that do have friends, they put them on a job, they usually do it because you get a reference, you get some money when you refer somebody.
Yep,
So
100%. Yep. All the
they
time.
be the point of why they're putting you on. It's not for your best interest.
Shit, yeah. I mean, we assuming it's your best. Man, they be like, you get $200 referral bonuses. Well, I'm about to go tell 20 motherfuckers, even though I know I'm about to quit. But don't blame me. You got to do your due diligence. Hey, I'm getting that referral bonus, so I'm not knocking the friend 100%.
I'm not a complaining ass person. My grandma's even complained about it. So I just keep it moving. So in the night come, I'm standing right there. She all like, we ran the security footage back and it was you putting the silverware out the side of the door. So I start immediately. I do nothing. Where's the security footage? I wasn't even gonna fire you. But since you lied, you can't come back. I said, babes, I quit. I don't give about this job, like, at all. Like, I don't care, because y'all have tried me plenty of times, and it's really just you, because nobody else has given me no other problems. Mind you, if you have proof...
I know I keep stopping. I gotta tell you this. That's what up. You cannot quit. Don't quit. Let them fire you. Don't quit. It's so that you lose from quitting. Like, say if you get workers' compensation like that, typically, like, they give you that after you quit. Because, I mean, if you get fired, if they wrongfully fire, you can get, I don't know, it's just so many compensations you just missed out on. Because even unemployment, like, checks, like, you can't even get, that's what I meant. Like, you can't get an unemployment check if you quit. Let them fire you. Don't just quit. They're going to have to fire my ass. Especially when you know you didn't do nothing wrong. That's my only advice. I know she's young, though, but, just take it and learn from this stuff. I'm telling y'all, these companies be paying out big like this. It's the only way you can hold companies accountable. You got to stand up. You can't just go and quit because they made you mad. I be telling my siblings like this all the time.
Of somebody doing something, don't you think you should just whip that out? Like, if you say you have a video of me putting silver out the side door, why don't you just whip it out? So now she's talking about connections issues and all this and that. Like, girl, it gets out by my face. So long story short, I said I'm not leaving until I get the footage. And she like, oh, that's fine, I'll call the police. I said, babes, I'll call them for you. So I called the police quick. Because, baby, you're not about to sit right here and call me a liar. I hate when somebody call me a liar, because I'm not a liar. If I'm going to tell you the truth, like, I don't owe you nothing. Like, I just tell you it was me. So feds finally get there, whatever. She ends up pulling off her grandson to take her grandson home. L manager, by the way, because what you girl left a female in there who just said that she quit the job. You girl left her inside the restaurant. L manager. So police get there. I explained the situation. I told them like the whole thing about the silverware and how that works. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, everything in this joint is old and Methuselah. There's no way you're gonna tell me that a security camera real showed me. Mind you, I wore pink shoes that day at work. You're not gonna say, unless there is pink shoes in that video, that is not me. You're telling me you seen a black figure automatically think it's me. I know it was you that said it was me. So finally, she pulls back up. I told the officer, like, she said, give that same bluffing excuse about the connection. I was like, to be honest, I'm over it. I know I ain't putting no silverware out of there. He was like, I mean, if you want to come back tomorrow and see the footage, you can. I'm going to tell her that. And I was like, to be honest, I just want the report number so I could take this to court, because this is discrimination at this point. So the next day comes, and that morning I ended up calling one of the coworkers that was there with me that day. And I was like, do you remember me walking off, putting no silverware in no takeout box? Like, do you remember me going out that side door? Like, remember me saying anything? He was like, to be honest, no. Like, I truthfully don't. And I was like, and I don't. And I do smoke weed. But I don't smoke that much weed. I don't remember a large portion of me putting silverware in a takeout box and putting it out the side door. So basically, my family is like, bro, if you know you didn't do that, do not entertain them. Do not go back up there looking at no security footage or nothing. So I had ended up texting them that night saying that I would be there that next day, but I ended up not going because I know it was not me. I know it was not me. And whoever it is, I hope you get caught up real bad. All right, now go to part 3, because I'm going to tell y'all why y'all should not support them. All right, so part 3 on how I quit my job and had to call the feds on my manager. This video is really just on why you shouldn't support them. I'm not saying, there's plenty of people that go in there on a regular, I know they're not going to stop, but all I'm going to say is for those type of people, make sure you tip your server, because your server, I'm telling you, they don't get paid enough. Like, we do not get paid enough. Like, it's sometimes we go in there and we get somebody who really actually tip us, and like they'll make our whole entire day, but we really do not get paid enough. And for the treatment that we go through, I'm telling you, more than likely your server did not mess up something. It was somebody in the back it up, and now they have to take the blame for it. I'm not gonna post no video of no roach or whatever, but all you gotta do is when you walk in there, bruh, look around. There's roaches in there. You might not see them, but they're little babies running around, and they have rat traps. I don't know, I guess the owner is cheap and he don't want to get no extermination, but they have roaches.
Why are you telling us? Go tell the health department. See, y'all only care, and this is why I don't care about the server part, because it's like, yeah, the cook might have messed up the food, but why the hell did you bring it out? Like, speaking as a server, like a manager of the server, it's like, why would you bring it out if the food is trash? Make them remake it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have had them do that, but you decided, like, oh, I'm just going to blame it on the cook, and it shouldn't affect my tip. Oh, it's going to affect your tip because it affects the customer experience. Once it affects the customer experience, they don't give a who did it. You brought it out. He cooked it. It don't matter. His restaurant did everybody.
But
you know what I'm saying? Now you say there's roaches in here? No.
You got to think, though, at certain restaurants, they have expos. So even if the server was to say that something was wrong, the expo that is moving from the kitchen to the plate, doing the plating, that's like their job to do that. And it's usually a manager.
Though. It's communication. Not everybody have expos, though. Like, not. I mean, you worked at a higher scale, yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure that's what she was doing, too. Yeah. She rolling silverware.
I mean, no, you roll silverware and freshes. It don't matter. Like, like come on now. Be for real. Like, but not everybody has expos because they don't have that volume in sales. If you got roaches and built and all that stuff, that all comes with volume in sales. Like, but these bugs they got, you can tell that they ain't got no volume. No way you got volume because somebody would have been called.
Has any job you worked at though have roaches? Like, I feel like a lot of restaurants. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of restaurants.
Nah.
They do have.
I've seen restaurants. Yes. I've seen some horrible restaurants.
And they do have them. And it don't matter.
I didn't work there.
It don't matter how many of them health people come. I don't know how they never discover them.
They don't come. Health inspections is like an internal process through the company. The company has to hire these people and pay them to do the health insurance thing. If not, you got to call somebody and report them. But then nobody's gonna call and report. You know,
I used to have random health inspections at my job. They just pop up with.
Yeah, the company hired those people to come in and do these inspections. I know this for 100% fact.
My thing is they need to come when the kitchen is closed.
Yeah, the company does that. Like, just think about it. If I run a restaurant, I'm doing that to make sure my restaurants are straight. Mm-hmm. It's not the manager who's doing it. It's the company, the boss, the one who runs the whole thing. He's going to do that. Now, some of them are just slums. Like, she probably worked for a franchise. Somebody who works, it's just this is his only store, you know, or her only store. So they just not taking care of it. So in that case, it doesn't mean that the health department won't come. You just got to call and, you know, do a complaint. You got to say, hey, this restaurant has bugs.
All them 4 or 5 star restaurants y'all thinking that, look at the reviews, because 9 times out of 10, they probably have some little critters.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet. Yeah, there's some going on in restaurants. That's the biggest reason why I don't eat out. I cook a lot. Man. Yes.
Yeah. Number 2, the kitchen crew. I'm telling you, number 1, when you go in there, don't get no regular silverware. Even though the whole silverware rolling thing, ask for plastic utensils. We do not wash our hands to roll that silverware or nothing, like, at all. They do not watch us or clock us about that. Nor do the kitchen staff for I never see their asses wash their hands. And it's been plenty of times where the main chefs have been into the men's restroom, used the bathroom, and did not wash their hands. And a customer has complained about it. Trifling. And then if you are allergic to seafood.
I don't know if y'all know this, but if you are at a high-scale restaurant, they usually have a separate bathroom for employees to use and not the same one that the guests use in the front.
That's how you notice a low volume.
The fact that she even saying that is like, what? And then she said they don't wash hands. You're supposed to wear gloves when you roll silverware. It's very clear that management is not on y'all.
Yeah, but it's like, why would I be micromanaging petty like that? You should know to wash your hands when you come out the bathroom, grown-ass kids. Like, you should know to wash your hands before you touch silverware.
But you know, there's a reason why. That's not the manager's fault. That was those kids' fault. You know, there's a reason why when you go to the bathroom, it says on a plaque on a mirror.
Right, wash your hands before you leave. Why the hell I need to manage that? So I need to go in the bathroom, put a camera in there? Like, nah, I don't agree with her on that one. At the end of the day, y'all dirty for that. And if you was over there rolling silverware without washing your hands, that's a you thing. That is not.
Right?
That is not a manager
She gotta
problem.
be speaking for herself, guys.
They're gonna fire whoever didn't wash their hands, not the manager, because he didn't happen. Like, he running the store, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, or she running the store. They ain't got time to be checking and micromanaging people like that. That's how you lose customers. That's how you lose employees. So it's like, y'all gotta know it's just common sense. You should learn at home.
I wanna know, how did they know that some silverware was missing? Y'all must be on a limited amount of silverware.
Low volume. When I say low volume, that means their sales are very low. They're just a low sale company. That's why I'm like, all that they ain't got all that going on. They crying over some missing silverware. Like, shit, we lose silverware every day in the restaurant. What do you mean?
I done worked at a job where people were sneaking crab legs home.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Frozen.
Yeah, they getting their ass. Yeah.
Oh, they got fired, but it's like, you would be surprised when people be stealing. Like,
nah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, by the way, I got a seafood boil on a business over the weekend. Whole time they stealing it. Like,
yeah, that's prison time too. That ain't a joke. That's federal time. You stealing real money.
My thing is,
lobsters at a high scale restaurant is not cheap. And how the hell you take a lobster at a high scale restaurant? That had to be.
That was crab legs.
Took a live
frozen crab legs.
Oh, yeah. Frozen crab legs at a high scale restaurant. That's why I don't go.
I wonder how they caught them.
What? I didn't even know it popped. I ain't even say their name. I ain't gonna even say that company name. Y'all, if y'all know this company she used to work for.
Do not go to Topolino's. I have seen plenty of times. I've even said something. Somebody else, one of my other coworkers have said something. Cooking chicken and shrimp grease that you just cooked the shrimp in. Like, that's a health concern. What? You can't do that, because if somebody who's really allergic to shrimp, she eat that chicken, it's over for her. She clocking out right then and there. Apparently, that's not a big deal, because I have friends that work at restaurants and they say they do all the time. You just got really, as a server, you have to ask them if they're allergic to anything or make sure they don't have no allergies. But come on now, if I say that she got shrimp allergy and she got chicken Alfredo, why do I need to put that on the ticket? And this might just be the main thing, and this just might be me being mad about the situation, but how you in an Italian restaurant, it's not one Italian person working in there. Not even in the kitchen. Okay. I'm done with my little rant.
Again, I do not agree with her on this one either. If a person tells you they have a shrimp allergy, you should put that on a ticket or tell them, or I don't care. Because sometimes you would tell a cook, but you got to understand, even if it is a low volume restaurant, it's 100 dishes going out. It's a lot for one cook. So if I'm not going to remember, I used to be a cook too. You're not going to tell me, like, oh, I didn't know. I told you. I'm to cook off. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, this is simple communication. You could have put allergy on the ticket. It's on the screen. All you got or on the ticket, just say you got a that shit's dangerous. Don't eat outside no more. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sound crazy, bro. Like, and this is happening at every restaurant, high scale and low scales. Like, you thinking it's just this place. It's every place down there.
I was starting to think that this manager, I was just starting to think that this manager was just picking on you. But then you just made some valid points here. Not one. I'm not even trying to be funny, but you did say it's your first serving job, but life at stake whenever you serving. I'm not even trying to be funny, but when you got an allergy, you're supposed to put it in the system. You also supposed to notify the cooks. Also supposed to notify a manager so that they go to the table so they can get to know the allergy. I don't know what type of job you working at, but this is what they usually do. So this is giving. There was no training.
Yeah, no.
So I'm not blaming you.
It's the manager's fault for not, like,
stressing how important these things are. I didn't know we had to let you know to wash your hands.
No, we stress it because when you read your hand manual, when you first get the damn job, everybody gets an employee manual or some handbook that tells you. Y'all don't read it. Y'all want somebody. That's what's wrong with this generation, for real. Because I get it. Y'all want people to walk y'all down and tell you, like, you got to do this, that, and this. But if I give you a book and say, this is what you need to do, and you need to learn this handbook, and you don't read that handbook, that's your damn fault. Everything you saying that the manager's problem is really y'all fault. Y'all nasty as hell. That means you seen somebody do that and didn't say nothing until you got fired. That means you gave the person who had a shrimp allergy the shrimp allergy food and didn't. It's not looking good for you, buddy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's crazy as hell. I would have fired you. They should never hired you because this is
lives at stake.
This is not this is a manager managing problem, right? But they're not going to get fired at the end of the day. Who didn't watch his hands? Who didn't put the shrimp allergy on the ticket? Who knew all but still was doing it? Not a manager. Yeah, like that is nasty. And if it was managers, then yeah. But you doing it and them doing it don't justify. Oh, because the manager did it. Like, nah, this ain't a good look, man. See, y'all gotta be careful. That's why y'all gotta watch how y'all talk about people because now a manager gonna look at like, hey, don't she work here? Yeah, pull her over here. Let me tell her real quick. You watching that? You know to wash your hands in here, right? You do know to put that allergy on this ticket, right? Like, I'm just being honest with you, bro. Like, you gotta be real. Yeah. I'm being real with y'all. I worked in this field for so long at that time. It's just like this type of right here, like incompetence will not save you. You grown now. It ain't working at work. That works at home with your parents. Incompetence don't work at work. You're gonna get fired, and that's how it's gonna go. Now, them accusing you for stealing some silverware is stupid as hell and it's petty. But it's like it all got blown out of proportion. You wasn't gonna go to jail. You wasn't gonna lose your job anyways. It's some damn silverware they can't even prove you took. So even though you got a discrimination case, but what happened after that? You really don't have a discrimination case unless you were discriminated and something happened. Like something did they fire you? No, you quit. So it's like, and then did they call the police on you? No, you called the police on them. So it's like you don't have a discrimination case here because what they do to discriminate against you? Like, come on, I'm not a lawyer though. I'm not a lawyer. Maybe a lawyer can tell you something different. I just don't think that's the case at all. But hey.
Yeah. I used to be a server and bartender, so I get that this was your first serving job, but I'm gonna let you know now. Servers, they don't get paid a lot hourly. We get paid in tips. So if you want to make more money, get better clientele. I don't know, get regulars. It's
work on that customer service.
You gotta work
skills.
on it.
Yeah.
But you can definitely make a lot of money in serving.
Right.
But that's completely up to you. It's kind of like being an entrepreneur, but you're selling other people's products. So you got to look at it that way. You decide how much you're gonna make that day. How much effort are you putting in? If you're going in with a bad attitude, it's going to be showing in your work. But, you know, if you ever been a server or ever had to deal with some discrimination like this during your job, let us know down below. You can also find this creator listed. Thank you for telling your story. And I would love to know what happened afterwards.
Yeah, like, no shade. You know,
no shade at all. No
it's
shade.
Just a correction. Everybody needs to learn from this. This is the whole point, is to learn from this experience, right? Yeah, don't go to that restaurant, obviously. I mean, do your own due diligence. Maybe they changed, and don't tell how old this story time is. Maybe things have changed. Maybe they're under new management. I would never say don't do something. Go see it for yourself. Experience it for yourself, and then tell yourself whether or not you want to eat here. And then do that same thing across any restaurant you go, because you'll be amazed. You learn. People who work in the restaurant business, they know what to go check for. Me, I'll be in the where they got those little drink stations where the sodas come out at. I go right in and put my finger there to see if it's any black mold. Because I promise you, if I see black mold, I don't eat there. If I see sticky floors, I get the hell out of there. If the door's sticky, I get the hell out of there. If the parking lot dirty, I get the hell out of there. That's just me working in a restaurant. If I come in there and the crew members look sad and depressed and angry, I'm leaving. It's just so many things that I just look for personally that I'm not going to spend my money here. And I don't care what's going on. Understaffed, sad, blah, I don't give a damn. I'm gone. Y'all figure it out. I'll be back. And hopefully y'all got it under control. That's just me. But I think anybody who worked in restaurants for a long time going to feel what I'm talking about. Because they're like, yeah, bro, those do be some giveaway ass signs. Like, you don't care about the cleanliness that we can obviously see. I can only imagine how much mold is in that damn pop machine, or how much mold is in that ice machine, or what's sitting on the floor in that you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see, gotta be crazy. Like, so yeah, just take that and do whatever you want with it. But if you're interested in following her, check her out. She'll be in the description box below. And don't forget to sign up. Don't forget to go check out the messystories.com if you want to submit stories, or if you want to join our Patreon, where we just do completely different, content, where we do more unfiltered conversations that has nothing to do with Storytime's review. But that's all we got for today, Messy family. Hope you all are having a great day. We will see you in the next Storytime. Peace.